And we know that Kohberger won't be entirely cut off from the outside world because prisoners don't technically have access to the internet, but they're allowed to purchase tablets and they can load them with different apps. So he can send messages out, but he can't use any dating apps. If he does find some love, might be through email. And it's going to be a chaste marriage, as there will be no conjugal visits allowed for him. Let's talk more about this case and whether justice was served here. I want to bring back on criminal defense attorney Mark Begno and welcome in criminal defense attorney Jessica Mishali. Good morning to you both. It's a real pleasure to have you both here. Jessica, let me begin with you on this. I got to talk to Mark a bit about this case in our last hour. What do you think about Kohberger in prison? What kind of an inmate do you think he's going to be? How do you think this experience is going to go for him? What might you say to those grieving families, Jessica?
To the grieving families, I would say I'm so sorry, and no words could ever express how horrible I feel for what they went through, and I could never even imagine, and I pray to never know how they've suffered. And I wish them comfort, sending them love. For him, I think he'll likely be a model prisoner. He strikes me as kind of a coward, so I don't think that he would act up. He'll be afraid to do that, and I think he has a really horrible life in store for him.
I love everything you said, Jessica. Coward, that's a good word for him, coward. I've also heard one of our other guests call him a big failure. Dr. Debbie Goodman was saying that last week. He failed at everything in life, you know, couldn't hack it in academia. Look at him now. Thought he could get away with these murders, failed at that too. I have a clip of Kaylee Goncalves' sister and mother addressing him at sentencing. These were, in my view, two of the biggest mic drop moments we saw at sentencing as they got to say their piece. Let's go back in time for just a moment.
Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, you may have received A's in high school and college, but you're gonna be getting big D's in prison.
You want the truth? Here's the one you'll hate the most. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your ass. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the sister's right there. How about you, Mark Begno? What do you say about these impact statements, please?
I agree. I think that I think that they're right. I think that it's horrible that these family members have to be put in this position, but I do applaud them for their poise and in coming in, standing up, and knowing that there might even be a national audience in addressing this man. I applaud their poise in doing so, and I hope that, I mean, obviously it doesn't do a lot, but I hope that being able to do that brings them at least some level of closure and relief.
Yes, Mark, you're right. Some measure of closure. You're right. You said that perfectly, because as we know, there's never full healing with something like this. You both know that throughout all the great work you both have done in your careers. And if they can get some bit of peace from this, we hope they can take that and feel at least a little bit, slightly better as they get through the days and the years to come with this heartbreak and pain that's never going to leave them. Bryan Kohberger didn't offer anything, as you both know. Declined to give a statement, which many people thought he would. We want to go back to that moment now. Let's watch.
Does the defense have evidence to present today?
No evidence.
All right. Defense wish to make argument today.
We do not wish to make arguments. Mr. Kohberger, along with his legal team, is prepared for the court to enter judgment.
All right, Mr. Kohberger, you have an opportunity to make a statement if you wish to. I take it you are declining.
I respectfully decline.
Yeah, you know, that frustrated a lot of people. A lot of people wanted to hear something from him, an apology, an explanation, anything. Jessica, what might you say to the families who may still feel very frustrated with all of the unanswered questions?
Well, I think that he partially didn't speak because he doesn't want to help them feel better, doesn't want to give anybody the satisfaction. Also, from a legal perspective, whatever appeal he may plan in the future could be affected by anything that he might say, if he would apologize, if he would admit it. So it was sort of his last chance here to offer some humanity on his behalf, and he chose not to do that. I personally would say to the families that they should not even consider his thoughts or what he might have to say or his feelings, whether he would speak them or not. I don't think they're relevant in any way in a case like this. I don't think there's any comfort it could have brought to them. So better off for us to never hear from him again.
Right, Jessica, I think you're right. You know, and to add to what you just shared, also he isn't trustworthy, in my opinion. I mean, this guy was trying to say he had a stargazing alibi for the night of the homicides. He wasted the Idaho taxpayers' dollars dragging this thing out for 3 years, and then it bleeds. Mark Begno, what do you think about that? Even if he would have spoken, how could we know it would be the truth?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Julie. When Jessica was speaking, that was what came to mind. Is even if he said anything, it wouldn't be helpful. Like anything that he's going to say is most likely going to be very self-serving and potentially very dishonest. I don't know that anything that he could have said, and certainly anything that he would have said, would have brought the families any solace, and might have made things significantly worse. You know, if he's silent, and we don't hear from him, and he goes away. That's the best that he deserves. If he gets up and he starts saying things to defend what he did, or to say he didn't do it even after he's pled guilty, I don't think that would help anybody.
Mark, thank you so much. Great points there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit our first break of the hour here. When we come back, we're going to take you live to Michigan for the mother who pleaded guilty to murdering her 8-year-old daughter, Lila. She's going to be sentenced any minute now. And we have some more information coming in about the Idaho student murders case. We'll tell you what we have learned so far as those documents continue to be unsealed. And as we head to break, we're keeping the focus on these 4 beautiful people, Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan.